Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Misadventurers League. I am so sorry we've been away, but we're back with a boom.
Yay!
A boom, a bang, and everything else. So this is our brand new game. We are playing Vampire the Masquerade. The game was called London Towerfall, for reasons that will soon be revealed. I know it's summer. I know there's lots of sunlight coming through everyone's windows, but here we are playing a vampire game, but I figured I'd beat the cliche. Everyone plays Vampire in October. It takes a real dedicated person to play it in July and August. I'm Hedgehawk, known online as Hedgehawk UK. I use he, him pronouns. And I am your wonderful storyteller. I'm complimenting myself because why not? We have 4 new players, 4 amazing players. Don't ask me how they all agreed to this. I still don't fully understand the logic behind all this.
Because we love it. We love being here and we love playing.
So I'm gonna let everyone go around and introduce themselves. I'm going clockwise on the overlay, if that's okay. So it starts off with blue.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're gonna have to tell me because I can't see it.
No, it's fine. I will direct everyone.
I am Blue. I've not played with these guys before, but I'm very excited to do so.
Awesome. We'll do character introductions as we go around the actual game. So for now, to introduce who you are. That's Anna next then.
Hi, I'm Anna. I also go by Riley. My pronouns are they, them. I've never played Vampire before, so I'm very curious to figure out how that goes. But I'm very excited.
Don't worry, neither have I, but I'm doing a good job of hiding it. Next we have Inez.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Inez. I use she, her pronouns. And I am so excited to play. Vampire time!
It's not an Inez week unless there's some vampire in there somewhere. And you've had withdrawal the past couple of weeks.
Oh,
wrapping up.
hard.
Oh, the hunger.
Thank God.
Last but not least, we have Callum.
Hello, I'm Callum. I use they, them pronouns. I'm also known on the internet as Callum everywhere. Callum the writer, usually. Yeah, I'm very excited to play and with these lovely people, hopefully. We haven't played together yet, so they could be terrible.
I mean, yeah, this statistically, that could be true. Statistically, this could be true.
You can do that while I'm having a drink, man. Come on. You can do that.
Let us all know in chat if the audio is okay, if you hear the background music, if anyone's too loud, too quiet. I have all the bars in front of me. They give me colours, and that's a good thing. They occasionally line up. So I'm new to all this. I still haven't figured out producing, even though I've done 10 episodes of other things. But anyway, are we all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, the sun has gone down once more in London. Darkness, the moon, street lights, a lot of clouds. Let's be honest, it's London. There's a lot of clouds. Temperature drops. We're standing on a October's evening. Summer's gone. Autumn is definitely in full effect right now. There's definitely a chill. Not too chilly, but a bit of a deep chill if you stay outside for too long. But to start with, we're not going to our coterie. One moment. Pressing the wrong button. Where is it? There it is. So, our camera starts panning deep under the Thames. Water going down to dirt and gravel, until eventually it settles on a steel corridor, deep, deep under London. All the floor, the ceiling, the walls, all this chromatic, shining metal, the only light coming from fluorescent light embedded into all of the corners. Walking down this corridor are two individuals, an elder-looking woman and a sort of youngish-looking man, probably in his mid-20s, maybe early 30s. They seem to be walking with purpose. Walking as if they know exactly where they're going. The woman, grey hair in a sort of bob, probably mid-50s, got a couple of showing wrinkles on her face, but this is a look of experience, not one of haggardness. The male looks a lot more panicked than the female. He sort of goes, I can't believe it. Is it true? If they both just died in accidents, and we're being told that's the truth. The woman pulls on her grey jacket that she's wearing, well, grey blazer jacket, revealing her staff badge. While the name can't be seen to the camera, the emblem of 10 Downing Street can be seen. On the other side, the male, seeing that she's adjusted her jacket, he does the same. Sort of nudges his staff badge out of the way, revealing the symbol of the House of Commons. Whoever this person is, they're a member of Parliament. Well, of course it wasn't an accident. Only an idiot believes that they were accidents. This was deliberate. But hey, if you want to go tell yourself that it was all just some weird coincidence and that we're not under attack, then it's your funeral. They eventually reach the end of the corridor. In front of them, two very heavy steel doors. They look at each other for a moment, none of them saying anything, none of them doing anything, just staring at each other until they both go into their jackets and pull out a silver cylindrical key. Both at the same time, inserting them into two locks either side of the door. The two doors open. Upon opening, the female remains static, calm, unfazed. The male, on the other hand, looks mortified, eyes wide. The camera flips to reveal an archive full of hard drives, papers, lots and lots of information, ruined, burnt, pulled, destroyed. The male sighs. We're under attack. The entire archive, the entire Inquisition archive is gone. So it would seem. The female replies, and she turns around. Doesn't even bother looking. She starts walking back down the steel corridor. Well, Mr. Reeves, I suggest you and the rest of you, start fortifying your ivory towers. It looks like somebody's coming after us, and by now, they already know who we are. And she just walks away, leaving this male distraughtly looking at the ruined archive. And our camera pulls away. We leave London, up all the way to the top. And our camera refocuses down towards the very edge of Camden Town. Let's just change that. Leto, you received a text. Well, first of all, give me your rouse check for waking up.
Oh, which dice
And
do I
the
want to use?
description of what you're
D10. And yeah, we'll move on to that.
Which one do I want to use?
Which is your lucky one?
None of them. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That is a 10.
You're fine. You are not hungry. Ouch! I just knocked over a can. You are not hungry tonight.
Excellent.
So, you woke up to a text from, I don't know if friend is too much of a word, but accomplice, I guess. Mr. DCI Acthurst, asking for your help in investigating a crime. They gave you the information and told you to meet them there. It's a shop just on the edge of Camden Town, just on the very edge of your domain. Technically, this falls under your jurisdiction. Just. So here you are, arriving at the scene. There's police tape, a couple of police cars outside. None of the sirens are on, none of the, no blaring lights. I don't want to attract too much attention. What does Leto look like?
Today, Leto is wearing a kind of a suit. So she's got a smart shirt on, but the sleeves are slightly too long. She's got a waistcoat on, but the waist isn't tailored at all. She's got a tie, but it doesn't fit with the rest of the outfit. She's got like proper slacks on, but she's wearing flip-flops as she kind of like flip-flops her way across Camden. She's got she's got dirty blonde hair that she's just kind of like thrown up into a bun. She's fairly pale but looks perpetually tired. And yeah, that's about it really.
Awesome. You arrive at this scene and I mean the police officers know you at this point, so they don't even bother like telling you to stand back. They just lift the tape up and just let you casually saunter on in. As you go inside, so this is a jewelry store that you're going into. And as you enter, you notice that this doesn't look like a break-in like you were told. Everything looks meticulous. Nothing looks even stolen. And in the center of the room, you see, scratching his head, Mr. Acthurst, slightly... He's in his late 30s for sure, but looks older because of the stress. He's wearing, as most DCIs tend to do, especially watch Midsummer Murders, he's wearing a full suit with a tie that's supposed to have been in a nice Windsor knot, but after about 2 hours, it's sort of sunk down slightly. Kind of scratching the back of his head. Oh, how the heck has this happened? He sort of turns around, notices you. Yeah. You've really got to start announcing your arrival. You're far too quiet.
Oh.
Thanks for coming, though.
That's okay. How would you like me to announce my arrival in future?
Generally saying hello when you get about 5 meters or so away, rather than coming, I don't know, 30 centimeters behind my back and then announcing your presence, is generally regarded.
Let me try again. I'll try again.
Okay.
She wasn't just step a couple of
Just
feet
walks back.
backwards. Yeah.
See,
And
that's
then
fine.
Walks forward. As she walks forward, hello.
Do you know what that'll do? I am not going to question this. Yes, I've asked you here because, as you can or well can't see, there's been a robbery. But this is where we're really perplexed because the safe has been there's a safe at the back of the jewelry store. Keeps all like the works that keep for alterations, high value stuff, etc. It's been broken into, but the owners were here the entire time. If there's no sign of damage, the safe hasn't been jacked in any way, shape, or form. We're really perplexed, and I was hoping, since you seem to have a knack for putting things together that don't necessarily correlate, maybe you could help us with a lead.
I can certainly have a look. I think the knack you're referring to is an education, but I'll let it go.
I did go to university.
Sure.
He kind of just stands aside and just sort of like lets you do what you need to do. I think Ackhurst has learnt very early on, just let Leto be Leto and do what Leto needs to do. It's generally better just not to get involved. Yeah, you are in this jewelry store. You've got the two owners standing behind the counter, looking both happy and traumatized at the same time. There's a bit of a who knows. What would you like to do?
I'm going to retrace my steps, go back to the door, and start having a serious look around.
Okay.
And she'll start like sniffing at things and just kind of getting really too close to things. It doesn't look like she's looking for anything particular, but she's definitely looking. Yeah, including the owners. She's gonna get up in their faces and just like.
Okay. I think as you do that, they start like going back slightly. Obviously not used to having someone like so close to their faces. With that, give us our first proper roll.
Ooh.
Give us intelligence plus investigation.
Okay.
Difficulty's 3.
Intelligence and investigation. Can I use my forensics in this?
Go on, yeah, I'll say yeah. You can use forensics, add +1.
As a treat.
As a treat, yes. Why not? First roll, make it a good one.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
4, okay, so you've passed. Awesome. So, as you look around, Tourist is right. There's no signs of any kind of break-in, even at like the really subtle level. Like, even like sometimes when someone's been really careful to remove something, even if they put it back perfectly, there's still like tiny telltale signs. there's nothing here. That safe was, for all intents and purposes, willingly opened. And that's when you start sort of summarizing, if you were to rob a jewelry store, how would you do it? You as a, not you as human Leto, but kindred Leto. You would, I don't know, maybe just walk in, dominate the owners, get them to open up the safe for you, hand over everything, and then wipe their memory, make them forget they'd even done the whole thing. And your brain kind of keeps circling around that notion because nothing else explains how this robbery could have been pulled off right under their noses. Mm-hmm. As for who, you'd have no idea on that one. Like, you haven't done it. Well, you think you haven't done it. And you don't think your fellow coterie members would pull off such a audacious heist, especially in their own turf. Like, it's understandable to go next door and go, do you know what, I'm going to go and rob them. But to do it on in your own garden is a bit far-fetched.
Did you say that there was no indication of what was stolen?
So what was stolen was essentially jewelry that had been sent in to be forged or repaired. It's stuff that isn't as valuable as the stuff on the display counters, but because it's damaged, it's easier to fence around. It's much harder to find used or damaged jewelry than it is to find brand new sparkly diamonds. They tend to show up quite quickly on black markets.
In which case, she will wander into the storage, the storage place.
Yep.
Kind of out of immediate eye line of the people. And then she's going to do a quick check of all pockets and wrists and stuff to make sure she wasn't actually the person to do it. She's just going to quickly be like, I don't think any of this is
stolen.
Well, not stolen from here. Yeah. She just does a quick scan, like.
Yeah, you're clean. This definitely wasn't you. Don't worry.
Okay. In which case, she comes back out, and then she'll go up to Ackhurst, and just be like, "So, this place has no cameras?"
They do, but conveniently, they all stopped working before everything happened.
Huh.
There's a gap in the footage. It's normal footage, then static for about a minute, and then it just cuts back to normal again, and as if nothing's ever happened.
What time?
It was about, just after sunset? Maybe slightly after. Let me check my notes. So he pulls out a little notepad. He goes, well, the call was received at about 8:30. But we don't. Look, I know this isn't my forte, okay? You know me, I do murder investigations, but there's not been. I mean, it's a good thing that there's not a lot of murders at the moment, but that also means that I have to work other desks, and this isn't my specialty.
Right.
Have you had any luck with any insight?
Well, it doesn't look like they broke in. Looks like they've just kind of wandered in.
Yes, that's what we were thinking. Nothing special in that brain of yours, that education, giving you anything that, us simpletons just simply can't work out? This is being sassy back now.
You shouldn't speak about yourself in such a way.
Actor's just used to this. He's used to being kind of walking into like proverbial social traps with Leto. Sort of. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to digress on this. I just thought I'd ask you before the forensics crew arrived, because I don't think they're going to pull anything up. But hey ho.
I think she will just generally be like, well, before they turn up, perhaps I can have the room.
Sure. I know you work in weird ways. It's fine. I'll do that now. You see, he sort of gets the owners out, gets the police out, moves everyone away from the windows. So, for all intents and purposes, no one can see you now.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to use Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
See if there's anything hanging around.
There's nothing hanging around in the sense of, oh, there's a spirit or there's a ghost or anything like that. But it has been recent enough that even with Sense the Unseen, you can get that slight little tremor that kindred power has been used here recently. You can't say what, but you know there has been. It's just left a little lingering taste in the air, and it's just on the cusp of going away. So whatever it was a good while ago. I mean, for you now, it's about 10 p.m. So you're definitely on the cusp of losing it. But yeah, so that kind of reinforces that theory of, yeah, this wasn't a normal crime.
Okay. In which case, she's stood in the middle of this room, very close to where the safe is, as she uses Sense the Unseen and notices the kind of sense of something being used kindred-wise. She's gonna like taste the air like a snake does. She's just gonna be stood there like meh, meh. Yeah. And then once she's kind of deduced that it was a couple of hours ago and it was probably something to do with what she'd already kind of worked out, I think she's just gonna turn on the spot and leave.
As you sort of leave, like actors kind of like stop, but like doesn't like fully block you, but kind of just like walks with you towards the end of the police tape. And it's like, so did you actually sense anything, Leto? Leto?
Oh,
you can't just walk off.
Sorry. Hi. Hello. I'm gonna have to have a think about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go consult books and write stuff down, and I'll get back to you.
Okay. You see that he pulls out. He goes into his jacket and pulls out a pass. It's a authentic Scotland Yard forensics pass that just so happens to have your mugshot on it. And it's like, well,
I'm just staring dead-eyed at the camera in the
dead stare. Well, look, I know you kept asking for a while to go into the lab, and I technically convinced management that you could be a consultant of sorts. It's very unofficial, so don't start waving this around like you have some sort of authority. But if you want to use the labs, because I know you have a lot of your own personal work, feel
Research,
free to.
yeah.
Yes, just maybe not during the day when they're all there.
Okay, I can do that.
And it was like hands you the pass, and it's like, well, I suppose I better wait for forensics. I'm not going to sleep tonight, am I? Oh well. No, don't worry. I'm not expecting a response. It's fine. I'm used to this.
Right.
Just go do what you need to do.
Okay.
Actus just kind of like walks away. At that point, letting Leto walk off. And that's where we leave Leto. Moving on. The camera pulls away from the edge of Camden Town to the very centre of Camden Town, to one of the many, many bars that litter the whole market area. Dom, or Dominic, if we're going to go for our full name. What's this bar like? What bars does Dominic prefer to frequent?
Ooh. Well, he's 27, so probably bars where a lot of young people his age come. Very lively. Just not like the quieter ones. He likes the ones where there's like louder music and lots of people to mingle with, and also where he can sort of, I guess, blend into the crowd.
Fair enough. You're sitting at this sort of trendy, almost hipster bar / club. It doesn't quite know what it wants to be, therefore it's decided that mashing, just like everything you can them, just mash it together and surely it has to work. So there's a dance floor on the upper level and you go up there, bugging up these rainbow painted stairs. There's the sort of booth area on the lower floor where there's a bar and technically food being served. Technically. We find Dominic sitting in one of those booths. And you're currently on your phone. What does Dominic look like?
So Dominic pretty much wears what I'm wearing, so it's like a red blouse with like a leather waistcoat that's not buttoned, and then necklaces, rings, one earring, darker trousers, and boots. And he has dark brown hair that just goes about shoulder length, and the back of it is like a little messy bun. Also beard, no glasses. That's just me. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Fair
enough. So you are on the phone to your agent, Mr. Ellison, who is not exactly happy about making phone calls at 10 p.m. at night. They're sort of there going, look, Mr. Lasker, I can't make phone calls at 10 o'clock at night. I'm a 9 to 5 person. I end at 5. I can't keep scheduling appointments for you this late. But
I don't really see the problem. It's just a phone call.
I don't work hourly. I have a set number of working hours. I can't shift them. The agency don't let me shift them.
Well, I can pay you.
I already take a cut of what you earn, which at the moment is nothing. Nothing divided by 20% is nothing.
Well, that's just rude. Well, and that also means that you're not doing your job well, right?
That is literally what I was ringing you about. I can't find work for an actor who only wants to perform at night. I appreciate that the West End is full of productions at night, but you have to go to these things called rehearsals and this weird phase that you're going through where you refuse to do anything during the day is making it extremely difficult. You're not a Hollywood superstar. You can't have these diva moments and just expect the world to just bow to your bizarre whims.
Well, first of all, it's not a phase. I'm having a lot of sleeping issues where I find that I can only sleep during the day for some reason that I don't really understand. So I'm not being a diva, I should put it. I'm just having issues that I'm trying to work on. And in the meanwhile, I can only work at night. This is how it works. I'm sure there must be some kind of production. Like there are. If I have to shift from theater to like TV, I'm willing to do that. If
We had
filming
a whole arc to put you on daytime television. Like that's ruined now. You can't do this morning and this evening. That's not how that works.
There are plenty of films that are filmed at night, right? And like plenty of.
Have you Googled films only set in night? In fact, don't Google that because you've been doing it for hours.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Sounds like a good Google.
Look, I will keep asking. You may have to be willing to lower your expectations. I don't think you're going to be able to get top draw shows anymore with your weird pseudo medical condition that I have never heard of before. But okay.
Well, listen, I really do appreciate what that you're trying to help me, and I don't mean to be a pain in the ass. I'm working on it, okay? So in the meanwhile, I need you to work your magic and work with me. And like I said, if I need to pay a little bit extra in the future when you do find me a job, that's okay. It's do your best.
Okay, so I'm being pulled along on the pretense that I might get paid more if I actually do somehow pull off a miracle.
It's not a miracle. I don't think it's that hard.
I mean, okay, do you know what? Just leave it with me. Just don't do anything stupid while I'm trying to do this. Don't get bad headlines. Just try and get good headlines, okay? And are you in a bar right now? Is that music I hear in the background?
It is music. Does it? You know what? It's probably. You said it was late, right? You need to sleep and all that. I really appreciate it, Gordon. But yeah, you should go to bed. I'll be fine.
Fine. I will. Good night, Mr. Lasker. And before you can sort of before you say anything, he sort of hangs up. Clearly not happy. He's not making any money at all during this time. So yeah, Dom is now sort of in this booth. There's a couple of like people partying in a couple booths further down. Imagine you're taking one of the booths towards the back slightly.
Yeah.
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 Make me a. Give me a moment. A wits plus awareness roll.
Has Dom made a rouse check yet?
No, they haven't. Good point.
Oh, all right.
I'm
So
sorry.
let's start with that. No, it's fine.
All right. Reverse check. That is
I'm sorry, they said not
fail,
sorry at all.
apparently.
Yeah, so you're now so that's a failure, so you're now at hunger 2.
What was the other thing you need to roll?
Wits plus awareness.
1 second.
DC 4,
20.
because you don't know what you're looking for.
How do I add? Because I'm doing it roll 20. It only lets me add.
So
you go to the skill first, and then it will ask you for the attribute.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I did the other way around. Okay. Once it lets me cancel, there we go. So
Awareness.
Awareness. There you go. And then wits. There
Yep.
we go.
There you go.
Do the thing. Roll 20. Oh, pool size.
Just leave it at 0.
Pool size was Sorry, gang.
You don't get anything extra,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Difficulty 3, right?
4.
4.
Yep. You don't know what you're looking for.
There you go. That is
1 success, F4.
Oh.
You don't notice anything. You're too, I think, you're too humoured from the conversation with your agent that you kind of don't notice your surroundings. And whatever it was is not anymore. But your eyes do notice before I don't know, looking around and sort of making contact with people, a group of girls who have just entered the bar sort of look straight across the booths and are kind of like, that's Dominic Lasker. And kind of, look, you picked Fame 3, okay? Fame has consequences. You are a national name.
Yeah.
So they sort of come over. This is unfortunately a Hindu. They are already drunk. So they are being very impersonal, very much getting in your space, and making very, very loud requests for autographs and photos and all the good stuff.
Well, first question, do I know if I show up in photos?
I believe you're fine. You do show up in photos.
Yeah, no, it will take pictures with them.
Otherwise, you can't be an actor on television. All they can see.
The question is, though, does Dom know that? Like, does Dom know yet?
I know that.
Have we thought about telling Dom?
Valerian has exempted from telling Dom this because
Oh no.
There should be a segment at the end of the episode called "What Does Dom Know?" You look at those animes; they have that little cut at the end.
Yeah.
love.
Things Dom has learned?
Yeah.
Things Dom has failed to learn?
Yeah.
Oh my god! But yeah, you do appear on photos. You've taken selfies of yourself since. You're fine. You've tagged many locations on Instagram. You're fine.
God damn it.
Yeah, and they'll do all the graphs and such and whatever, and
Okay.
they'll be very. I don't think Dominic minds that much. Like I think if anything, they're happy that they still matter.
I'm still relevant. Let's go.
He hasn't had a job in months.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and I think one of them sort of mentions that, this kind of, not the bride to be, but one of the to be bridesmaids, kind of goes,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you on the West End in ages.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm working on something, and it's just taking a little longer than expected. But that's all I can say about it.
Oh, I can't wait. Now, who wants more vodka? And you sort of see they order. They don't order vodka. They cheer loudly for vodka, and it's presented to them, as is all hen parties. There's no civility here. It's just, I want alcohol. Let's party and dance. You sort of see that they are attempting to take the vodka up the stairs to the dance floor, and one of the bridesmaids kind of like pulls on your arm to try and bring you up with them as part of the entourage.
Yeah. I'll go
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Awesome. You go up, you dance with these ladies. Give me a dexterity plus performance.
Okay. With a difficulty of what?
3.
Okay. That is 3 successes.
We got 3. Awesome. So yeah, no, you do very well. Bomb can dance.
Yeah.
Turns out he doesn't just have a good body, he has good moves. And so, you're dancing around, and you notice you're attracting attention from other people on the dance floor. They're sort of giving you space, and they've got their phones out recording. It's like, oh my god, there's Dominic Lasker dancing. And for a very short moment of time, your name starts trending on Instagram locally. And yeah, you're left there. We leave with Dom doing some kind of dance that I think probably isn't an actual dance, but has now.
But they make it work. Like it works.
We've now invented the Dominic Shuffle. That's going to be the next TikTok craze. I mean, look, what could possibly go wrong with Fate?
So many things. There's so many things. Especially when you're a vampire. Alright. I digress.
So our camera sort of pans away from the club. And instead we go to a kind of where is it? My page. Here we go. We arrive at a block of flats. Sort of almost main Camden High Street, but receded back one. The camera sort of goes down to the flats and then sort of goes down one more as there's this tiny little window that opens up into this lovely little basement flat. We find Morgan milling around. What does Morgan look like, and what are they doing in their flat?
Yeah, so Morgan, it's about 5'11", but tells people 6 foot, because no one will ever know.
It's true.
They have medium black hair. It's just above the shoulders. It's a lot nicer than mine. Very androgynous features. They are wearing a big bomber jacket that's clearly like not theirs, or like originally wasn't theirs. It feels very out of fashion for the rest of their attire, which is like a nice blue shirt. It's got some like black trousers, but they're not smart trousers. They're practical. They've got lots of pockets on them, and then like relatively good condition brown sneakers. And yeah, I think they're just going about they're going through the library looking for stuff to read, to think about. They have a set in their flat which they use to record things, and they're trying to think of the next topic to talk about. Social media, like looking at is anything like particularly interesting that people are talking about, and like going, I don't really care enough about any of this to talk about it. I've got nothing interesting to add apart from fuck it, it's a bad idea. But I don't really know how I'm going to express that in a more detailed way other than, is AI bad? Yes. Why? Lots of fucking terrible reasons. But everyone else is making that video at the moment, so I need to make something different.
Yeah. So, what was Morgan's last video about?
So I think specifically the last video was about the relationship of the writer and the thing that they make in relation to the writer strikes that are happening. It's like talking about not just like on a production level, but like literally how much ownership does a writer have over the ideas that they've got. Like, there's an argument to be made that we shouldn't pay any writer, because the moment that a writer finishes writing, the idea is no longer theirs, because it's all in the perception of the audience. I'm not saying that that's the truth. I'm just arguing that that could be a possible way of arguing. That's kind of like that. Like, Morgan's whole thing is like going like extreme weird arguments, but also like going, we shouldn't do that. That's a terrible idea. Pay people, you fucking morons. That's why we have unions.
So you're there researching, or your phone kind of next to you. Constantly you get alerts, pretty much all the time now, of there's like more comments on these videos. Some of them, I mean, it's getting views. That's good, right? Some of them are supportive. Others are most certainly not. Morgan is a decisive character online and has attracted a very determined counterculture against them. So there are a lot of comments on there that's like, oh, look at this leftist bollocks. And, you know, even when the video isn't about that, even when, like, there's nothing related to it at all, they're just like that, unfortunately. I don't think it... Does Morgan try to engage with them? Or...
Nah, fuck that. Like, they engage with like the positive parts of like the community and like encourages like active participation in activism. Like, part of their stuff is like, some of their stuff is like vlogging of going to activist events or like doing speeches and stuff. So like, there's a lot of like talking around the positive parts, like going like, or like if someone's got an engaging different point, Morgan will go into it. But like the rest of it, it's just like, nah, bugger them. Like, it's not even like posting on Twitter like, this is funny that these people are saying this. They just choose to ignore it because their mental health is already bad enough that they don't need to deal with any negative Twitter comments and Facebook and YouTube knowledge. It's just like, whatever.
Beyond my pay grade.
Yeah, it's beyond my like my care or like need. Like, why would I? Yeah, I've got bigger things to deal with, like the fact that London's about to explode.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're there sort of researching away, and you get a buzz on your doorbell. About 10:15 at this point. And you didn't order any food.
Is it an intercom system, or have I just got to go and check?
You've got a peephole, but it's not an intercom.
Okay, I'll go to the peephole.
There's an older looking woman the other side of the door. You recognize her. It's Larissa.
I open the door.
What does Larissa look like? Your sire.
Yeah. So Larissa looks about late 30s, long black hair. She dresses quite luxuriously. She's probably wearing like a long red dress with with a nice waistcoat. She moves very gracefully. Yeah, she's beautiful. And has an air of like above everything else.
Yeah.
Like she's not
Carries
really
herself
here.
well.
She's just drifting through the space temporarily. And like kind of opens the door, points in and goes, "Hello."
Ah, Morgan. Nice to see you again. It's been, what, 1-2 months since we last spoke?
Yeah, something like that.
You look like shit.
I'll take that on the point of pride. Thank you very much. Close the door behind her. You want to sit down? I could offer you nothing of any relevance.
No, this is only a courtesy call, if you like. I just wanted to check in. How are you adjusting to London?
Yeah, good. It's an active location. I can get all my work done here. There's lots of things to engage with.
And you sort of see that she's trying to word this, but kind of not use the direct term. Like your particular refined tastes. Have you managed to move on from that?
What do you think?
Well, considering that you seem to be living in a perpetual existential crisis, I would imagine not.
No. I wonder whose fucking fault it is that I've got an existential crisis to live with.
Okay, we're still playing the blame game. Okay, it's fine. Look, I did what I had to do. I thought we could work. But clearly, there's too much resentment there. Have you at the very least been able to find a way to deal with these tastes that wouldn't require another evacuation out of a major city?
Turns out London's pretty big. I've got better at my game.
Good, because, for a lack of a better term, I don't think I have enough resources to get you out of London. It was hard enough getting you in.
Well, why don't you use what's left of those resources to fuck out of my flat?
Now, there's no need to be that churlish about it.
Did you ever think, in all those discussions we had, all those meaningful conversations about the way the world functions, that at any point I'd be okay with any of this? Huh? Does that sound like a thing that makes sense to you? That I would be happy in this form if any of the things that I was talking to you about were true and I believed that actually, yeah, you know what? I'd be really up for this.
I will admit there was an element of selfishness in what I did. I didn't want to lose you. I put a lot on the line. I know you don't understand how Kindred Society works.
Oh, I understand how it works pretty well.
For from your view, but from the other side of the veil, I had to give up a lot to be able to save you. And
You still lost your friend.
I didn't just lose my friend. My friend caused me to lose my life. While
You lost that a
you're,
long time ago.
well, my living life may be, but my undeath life, that was taken from me too. Because here's the thing. When you did what you did, as I said, you don't understand how this society works. Your actions reflect on me. And what you did was a cardinal sin. I can't go back to Cardiff anymore.
Well, welcome to London. No Camarilla. Just do your shit. And don't let me catch you killing. Because I'm not above it.
In order to live a good life, one has to have order. And while you and I might disagree fundamentally, philosophically, and logically about the idea of kindred order, at least the Camarilla had some control over Cardiff. This is just a wasteland, a powder keg, waiting for one unlucky, stupid, or foolish kindred to light the spark. You thought the Great London Fire was bad.
Wasn't there for that one. I know you were, but that's beside the point.
And
It's a powder keg. I'm working on it.
okay. Well, I was planning potentially to leave, possibly Paris, but I haven't made my mind up yet. So here I am. This was just me coming to say that I'm going to be in London for a while.
Pulls off the shelf a couple of vampire books. I heard of some good locations in these.
And
Chucks them at her.
I
Styria. It's classic.
I've been around long enough to know, okay? Fine. Be a petulant child. Undeath will wear you down. Everyone, when they thinks they're hot shit, when they get turned. They think it's them against the world and they can take anyone on. It wears down. Trust me. It does.
Well, no one stopped me yet. So, thank you for your little visit. Stay at our Camden.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a nice little place over by Canary Wharf.
Of course you do.
So, it's fine.
Well, just stay out of my way when I visit the National. We'll all be good.
And I wouldn't be
Look after
caught dead
yourself.
going there. You two. And she sort of gracefully walks out. Doesn't close the door. She opens it and kind of half closes it as a kind of power play in her mind. She's leaving on her terms, not your terms. And so it sort of leaves Morgan sort of standing there in their flat.
I think Morgan goes to the door, for a second, hesitates, then closes the door. And probably turns all the lights down low and heads to like another seat, because I think in the library there's actually constantly 2 seats next to a little reading table.
Yeah.
One for guests, kind of Larissa, but also a few other people. Sits in the chair opposite and kind of just broods a bit.
Awesome. Rude you shall. As, again, our camera pulls out, and last but not least, it goes to somewhere special, shall we say. Built on the top of, well, the outside world is an electrical substation. Just a big brick outside with huge metal doors. But to those that know, underneath this substation is a pair of stairs. And I will let Valerian describe what is down those stairs.
So imagine, right? The camera like pans down to these 2 metal doors, and once it gets closer, you can hear the sweet sound of Flower Duet from Lakme. And so these doors open automatically into a hall. It's an underground tube station that has been abandoned and refurbished to my liking. And so it is this circular hall that has been tiled with marble. It's like kind of yellowish. Well, it's white marble, but the lights in here are yellow, so it looks like yellowish marble. And the camera pans through, and there's just beautiful light fixtures, and to the right and left there are sculptures of Greek mythology things, and eventually the camera like flies to the right into a hallway over to a train that is sitting there, abandoned train, and it's been done up with graffiti. It's to some people this might be an eyesore. However, the contrast in this place of this absolutely opulent hall and then this train that is absolutely filled with graffiti and done up in all kinds of different colors. It's a nice contrast. And on this train, pacing back and forth in a white suit with a black tie, is my guy Valerian. He is a man in his, what do we say, like late 40s,
late 40s, early 50s, yeah.
Yeah. And so he has this graying salt and pepper hair that is slick back. He has these square glasses that make him look very, very studious. And he is walking back and forth on the phone with someone. And you just, as the camera pans into this cabin of the train, he just goes, no, yet no, mom, it's fine, I swear. It's honestly, nothing happened, I'm all fine. My suit just got a little bit dirty, okay? It's fine, it's all fine, I'm fine, I'm oh, and you just hear yelling from the phone. And it's a high-pitched woman's voice yelling. And then once it's died down a little bit, he goes, yeah, no, I totally agree. He shouldn't have come at me like that. No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I know. All right, I have to go. Goodbye. Yeah, bye. Love you. Love you very much. Goodbye. And then he hangs up and he just.
Oh,
Oh my god. Jeez.
the life.
And then he steps off the train, and he gets offered a drink by a person who was standing there this whole time, and he just picks up the drink and he goes, "Thank you, Marcus. I'm sorry you had to hear all that. It's truly terrible."
It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. Sort of see them sort of shrug, not really caring too much about what you do or what you say.
Of course.
So this train's obviously on the train track to this abandoned tube station. And like all tube stations, when you go down onto the platform, on the other side is the London Tube symbol. Red,
Yes.
blue. What is this tube station called, Valerian?
So in the middle of it, in big white letters, it says the Acropolis.
You won't find that on a tube map. Yep, what once was an old World War II tube station has been retrofitted into the pure height of luxury. And Valerian is settling in for what should hopefully be a relaxing night.
I should hope so. I mean, he
With a drink in
literally,
hand.
with his drink, he goes over to this little corner that he has fitted out, where it's like a tiny table with this nice futon to sit on, and just absolutely just disappear into it, and then just.
So, I forgot two things. I need both Morgan and Valerian to do a rouse check.
Yes.
I failed mine.
Oh, you failed yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Rouse check. I hungry.
Everyone be handy tonight.
Emotionally, I'm almost
emotionally.
tempted to take another
Yeah.
hunger based on the conversation that Morgan
Emotional
had.
damage.
There's nothing mechanically that makes me do that, and I think my hunger's already high enough.
Yeah, if there's one person on this team you don't want their hunger to get too high, it is definitely Morgan.
Exactly.
You get handed about 20 minutes after you're there on the futon relaxing a folder from Marcus, dossier to be more precise, being the, for lack of a better term, de facto leader of Camden Town, with your influence and your money. You're the sort of first point of contact for a lot of people here. And this is a intelligence file. You get them probably every week from various sources. You are not the only kindred living in Camden, after all, but you definitely are the ones that rule the roost. You get all the tidbits, all the gossip, all put in nice little files for you that you can read. And flicking through them, it is nothing new. The Clapton Ravagers, the sort of kindred anarch group to the northeast of you, is continuing to move ever so closer to Camden, to the point now that they now believe, or at least kindred within Camden believe, that they now border you. There may now be a hard border, which means they may potentially start looking to try something with you. There's a couple of reports in there about your Bloodbag business, how that's doing. I I imagine that Valerian has a very decentralized network for distributing these. So rather than having
Yes.
like one big seller, there's a little people going around and
Yes.
selling it. That way, if one gets busted, then you don't lose everything in one go.
Exactly. It's very much like, even though I don't like to admit it, it's very much like a drug dealing business.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't just walk out in the open, open up a little fridge, and go, look at all these blood bags I have. Don't question where they're coming from.
You know, we're not putting vending machines on the corner of the street. So
This
even
ain't
though that
Japan.
would be very fucking sick. But you know, no, it's absolutely little like it's just people in disguises with their blood bags
Yeah.
on them and then delivering them to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the one of the other anarch groups, who are colloquially just known as the Ghosts of London, we're not even sure if that's the actual name. It's just what people have called them. They don't interact with anyone. It's all done through dead drops and secret messages. No one even knows where they're based. They tend to be your primary customer. And that, ironically, is where you get a text. The number is withheld. It's an unknown number. But it knows your number. And on it is just one sentence. I don't like receiving fucked merchandise. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. You can reply it. It's not restricted. You just don't know who you're talking to.
I will reply, actually. I will absolutely go. I always make sure that my merchandise is handled nicely and perfectly. So please explain further to what kind of merchandise you are referring.
You get nothing back for about 10 minutes, to the point where you kind of think, had this even sent? You then get another text from a different blocked number, with a response going, I don't like being sold refined bags. Sort of clock on what they're referring to is blood bags that have been, or blood that's been processed. So it's had all the vitae centrifuged out of it, preservatives pumped in. To vampires, or to kindred vampires, that's useless. These bags do nothing to slake hunger. It has to be unrefined blood. Which is bizarre, because you don't have a lab. You just collect it and send it off to the lab.
Exactly.
So, how has that happened?
And so, out loud, for Marcus to hear, I go, someone is trying to fuck me over.
Everyone is trying to fuck you over. I don't think they want to fuck you over. Maybe they're just, I don't know, jealous?
As they always are.
Hmm.
And so I reply to this message with, my merchandise doesn't go to a lab. Straight from the source. So whoever you got this from, take it up with them.
About another 10 minutes goes by, and yet again another different number, another text comes in. It has your name. It has your serial number. I will leave it in the steel recycling bin on the edge of Camden High Street for you to see. 20 minutes.
Oh.
You can't reply to this text.
Oh.
This one is a fully blocked number. And that is where we're going to cut for our break.
Ooh, what the
Dum dum dum.
We are going to take a very quick 10-minute break. So everyone go to toilets, refill your bottles, stretch your legs. I
Yes,
will have a faff around with the audio settings. I'm on -30.
Compared to a slow 10 minutes, which is the same length as a fast 10 minutes.
Yes.
There you go.
Time is relative.
There you go.
We can talk about relativity of time, and I'm sure Morgan does all the time, especially all of their life, to talk about it. So yeah, we'll be back in 10. So about 8:42 here, 9:42 if you're on the continent, and we'll see you then.
Hell yeah, stick
Bye,
around.
Bye. everyone. We are back. I hope you had a good break. Hope you had a chance to refresh, get some water. I know I have. And do a bit of a stretch. It looks like a blood cocktail, Inez. I'm so sorry.
It is.
does.
That's because it is.
Looks
That's
like-
because it most certainly is.
Yeah.
There's blood and then just 2 shots of vodka. Not anymore. Don't worry about it.
Just
Last we left off, Valerian was left with some rather mysterious texts about bad merchandise.
Quite distressing
And-
news, really.
Some very angry customers.
Even more distressing news for a capitalist person.
Yes.
No, the customers.
The customer
No.
is always right,
Oh
even
god.
when they're wrong.
Yeah.
I think Marcus takes the file away. I'm keeping it quiet now. That's because I'm at -30. Right, is that better? I need voice control. What I need to do is learn my outside voice and my inside voice. So, Marcus takes the file away, sort of leaves you for a moment. I think takes your cocktail glass. Maybe you've had enough. Until you've dealt with what you need to deal with. They sort of go towards the back of the tube station. There's it's an expansive station. There's lots of back rooms, bits like that. And Marcus has a bed somewhere in there.
For sure.
So yeah, you can't reply to this text, and in 20 minutes' time, they're going to drop this merchandise off to you
Mm-hmm.
at a dead drop.
Yeah. So I think I start calling people now.
Okay.
I think first person I would call is Lita, I think. Should we roleplay it out?
Go for
Where
it.
he-
Go
Where
for
he
it.
absolutely just fucking a beep 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 and he waits.
he'll be waiting for a while because her phone is in her ratty little backpack and there's loads of random books and stuff in there. So she's scrabbling through trying to find it and not sure where I'd put it. And then eventually she finds the there's a cupcake charm that's dangling off it. So she grabs the end of that and is pulling it out. And then eventually she's get it. Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Couple things. Wait, what were the names again? The Ravage, the
So you've got the Clapton
group-
Ravagers are the ones that are
There,
bordering
there,
you, and then you've
Yes.
got the Ghosts of London are the ones you sell your blood
Yeah.
bags to.
Yeah, so the Clapton Ravagers are kind of bordering us now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not much of a good thing. I hope you understand.
Oh, right. Yes. Bad. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Other than that, there's someone trying to fuck with the business that I do. Just to let you know.
Literally?
No, not literally.
Oh.
They are saying that my bags have gone to a lab first and then to them, which I don't even have a lab, so why would they even? Don't let me get heated.
Do you
They're
have
dropping
someone
off.
to drop that stuff off for you?
I do. Many people.
Did they mess with it?
No. At least I hope don't. I hope
Are
not.
you
I,
sure?
I am not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. However, I'm getting some blood bags dropped off at some kind of place. Would you care to join me? I don't like going alone.
Hmm. Yeah, sure.
What was that for?
What?
Nothing. I will see you here in 5 minutes.
Here, as in.
The Acropolis.
Oh,
As
is
soon
that
as
what you're
possible.
calling it now?
That's what I've always been calling it. Oh, my
Oh.
God.
Right. Yeah. I knew that.
Of course. Be here in 5.
5
Yes.
minutes?
No! Years! Yes, minutes!
Oh, okay. I'm not really wearing the footwear for running, but yeah, no, I'll be there. Yeah.
Good. See you then.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That girl. I then call who first?
Decisions.
Damn. I think I'll call our resident himbo first.
I know I'm gonna go last.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just be like, hi.
What is? Oh my God! Where are you?
At a bar.
Oh my God! Get to the Acropolis as soon as possible.
Why?
Urgent.
Wait a minute. What?
Urgent business. Get here as soon as possible.
How urgent?
Like very urgent.
Like someone's dying?
Like we might all be dying.
Oh. How? Like 10 minutes?
Like leave there like right now. Like stand up. Like get up out of your seat and put your drink down, and walk out of the door towards the
I
Acropolis.
was having a good time, man. Oh, fine. Whatever. Okay. I'll be there. And he just hangs up, and I'll just go like I reckon they've been sitting with the like bachelorette party the whole time. It's just being like, oh, there we go. There goes my thing. You're like, does it happen? I'm so sorry, but I gotta leave. And just some last changing of phone numbers or whatever with them, or and then just leaves and goes for the hideout.
Wow, Valerian is almost crushing his phone, like and then holding it and like.
I think Marcus is there, just, like opening another phone box. Like, this is like a regular occurrence. It's just like
It is.
all of your settings now on the cloud. So you just like pull out a new phone, download it, and go like, there you go. There's your new phone.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. That's fucking funny. And then, last but not least, I'll call.
I think you've muted yourself. Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Lost audio.
Yeah, we have. How weird. Give me a second.
Nope.
Trying it now?
Little thing it says muted. It says muted on my little screen.
Yeah, I try muting yourself on that now.
Can you hear me now?
There we
Sorry,
go.
Michael,
No.
cable. Replace the cable. I've got it. Yes, I've got the replacement cable, and I refuse to replace it. I haven't thought about it. Yeah, Morgan sees the phone ringing, looks at who it is. Hello.
Hi. I'm so sorry to call you at this time. I know this might be, whatever. If you could please come to the Acropolis as soon as possible. We have some things to deal with, like the Ravagers, the they're bordering us now. So
And
well,
what's the other thing? Come on, what is it?
Oh God.
What's the thing you've not told me?
See, there's bloodbags being tampered with.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be there straight away. In fact, you know what? I'll be there within 2 minutes. Wait a minute. Sorry. Do I give a shit?
I know you don't. However, I think it's very important for us to talk about these Ravagers being at our
Sure.
doorstep.
Ravengers, I'll be there. I'll be there to sort that out. But your fucking blood bag problem is your fucking problem. I'm not here to deal with your underlings.
I hang up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the coterie.
And I sigh so loud, and I look to Marcus and I go, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You sort of see Marcus sort of come back with another like wine-based blood cocktail, just like
I rip it out of his hand and I down it. God. And then I'm waiting there for people to arrive.
right, okay. Takes about 5 minutes. You know, Camden is big, but also not big. I think a lot of you now are quite used to being able to like weave around the market stalls without like bumping into people.
Oh, no. Morgan actively talks to people on the way.
Okay, so
Like, we'll just be walking down and go, oh, hello, how are you doing? How's
so
like just seeing people they know or like people in the community and gonna go having a little bit of small talk before they like watching the seconds go by.
okay, so Leto and Dominic arrive first, heading down into the Acropolis.
Oh, hey. You smell like a
Hello.
bar.
That would be correct. You
You're a
smell
bar?
like you always do.
Like
I was at the
books?
bar. Yeah, what's the weird about that?
Nothing. I was just saying.
Okay, whatever. What do you know what the urgent thing is that apparently there's people almost dying or something?
Yes. Yeah.
Like who?
So many.
Why do I feel like you're taking a piss?
I can't. I'm kindred.
Oh
It
no.
was so strange. I suppose would be the word. Not necessarily bad, just strange.
Don't worry. After a couple of decades, you'll get used to it.
I hope not.
I think as you're having this, you're like walking down. I imagine Valerian hasn't like even hasn't even removed the escalators. They're just there in like non-moving
No.
format.
Yes, absolutely. No, the outside looks as drab and bad as possible. Absolutely. It's like overgrown, mossy, like gross. It's yes.
Yeah. So coming down the escalators together to like go through the ornate door to take you into the Acropolis proper, into the vast circular room where Valerian is taking, by the sounds of it, blood cocktail shots.
Yeah, and I imagine that. So as I imagine London tube stations, right? It's like two like circular halls with like little passageways in between, right? However, I'm thinking that he's kind of taken some of that in the middle out and actually made like a circular room, like as you said, like there are two halls and you pass in through one, and then in the middle there's this like big hall and there's like a big table in the middle, a round table, if you will. and he's standing there,
Yes.
and he just goes, "Oh, welcome. Glad you could make it so fast. You know,
You are so welcome.
thank you so much. You know,
So, what's the problem? Why did I have to leave?
so the problem is that the Clapton Ravagers are now bordering us, which means that we might be in some trouble. You know, um, there might be people invading our little space that we've built that we don't really want here. You know."
Yeah, I don't think they like me. If I remember.
I don't think they like anyone for that matter.
So how do we? So what do we do then?
Well,
Like chase them away?
well, no. We make sure that our border is well protected. And make sure that they don't just enter in all willy-nilly, you know?
Where's this information come from?
Where did this information come from?
Um,
Good question, actually.
It's come from other local kindred.
I see.
Yeah, as I said, you're not the only ones here. There are a few others, but they cooperate with you in exchange for lack of a better term, protection. But they don't actively get involved. They're just very passive. It's an agreement that's worked out relatively well for Camden so far.
All right. So I look at Lito and I say, this information comes from the other kindreds in our domain, of course.
Have there been altercations?
Not
No.
that I saw in the document that I received.
I think Leto might have a moment of one of those flash of inspirations I think Leto has every now and again. The jewelry store heist, when I said it was bordering Camden Town, is very much along the border. It's definitely on the border between you and the Ravagers now.
Can I see the document?
I wave over to Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus comes along, holds the document up, does a little bow, he hands it over. Marcus is proper.
Kind of bows in response. She's not sure what's happening. Takes the paperwork. Does it detail like anything in particular about like how they're pressing the borders, like, or is it just a general zeitgeist that people are worried?
So there's been several sightings of known Ravager kindred adjacent to the borders of Camden. They don't know too much because none of the kindred on the Camden side want to cross the border and see what's going on. But they have been noticed. They have been occasionally spotted crossing the border. Not doing anything, just generally hanging around. Almost as if you were like a 13-year-old child, you might just sort of hang around to agitate someone and see if they're going to come out and fight. But then they just sort of leave. I mean, that's traditionally how the Ravagers expand. They just sort of hang around an area, and if no one challenges them, it's now theirs. But there's not an awful lot on actual events to go on.
In which case, Leto will fold the piece of paper and and kind of side eye Valerian and just be like, "So we're worried about loiterers."
Well, they're not necessarily loiterers, are they? They are a dangerous group to us. They could interfere with our plans for this region, no?
I mean, as far as I can tell, the only interfering they've done is potentially interfering with a jewelry shop where there was some jewelry that needed fixing and they've potentially stolen it. But I don't see how that's going to affect us.
Well,
Yeah.
still, we're trying to protect this community, of course, and if they're
Oh,
going around...
Of course, you're so involved with community, so that's obviously what your worry is, of course.
I think it's at this point Morgan
Morgan.
slides down the escalator between the
Yes.
two, just like slides down.
And-
I will roll for that if you like.
No, I'm not gonna, because I know what will happen. Morgan will face plant the ground, and we'll have to start talking out superficial damage. But no, I'd say you've done this enough that you're agile enough to go down the
The
escalator.
first time I did it, we hadn't removed the little barrier signs
no,
that I'd give at the top and the beginning, at the top of the end.
Yeah.
So just kind of like crashing into one. So then Morgan started kicking them off, and eventually people stopped putting them back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Marcus stopped because they ran out of blowtorch fuel, and it was just getting embarrassing to ask for more fuel. So it was just decided that putting the signs back up was just a waste.
Yeah. So yeah, Morgan kind of stumbles into this room. Right, Ravengers, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, sadly.
We know of any other activity yet? Anything other than selling around?
Jewelry store.
Jewelry store?
Yeah. So here's the thing. There was a jewelry store that was broken into tonight. And there's no CCTV footage for like that minute or so. There was no evidence of a break-in or anything. And there was like a taste of, that little something in the air. So yeah, I mean, if they're currently testing the borders, then it would make sense that it was them. But what doesn't make sense is why.
It's a show of force, isn't it?
What, stealing broken
if they can get away with
jewelry?
this and we don't notice, they'll move up their product. They'll
Maybe
move up
like get
in
crafted.
skies.
What did you say?
If they're stealing broken jewelry, maybe they're just bored and looking for a hobby.
To fix it?
Yeah.
Dom, you continue to surprise me.
Whatever the reason is, we need to go and
yes.
sort this out. Because if it's not one of them, it's one of our kindred, and one of our kindred have used their powers to rob a jewelry store. Now, I know the Camarilla isn't here, but the masquerade must still be kept, and this is almost a breach. In fact, I think it is. I think this classifies as a breach of the masquerade, right?
Hey, so here's the thing that is kind of the same as what you were saying, but not the same as what you were saying at all. So if someone's messing with blood bags, and if it's kindred who are handing these things out, then maybe someone within our lot is messing with things.
There's blood bugs being messed with?
Oh,
Wait, why does everyone know more about all of this than I do?
It's not important, Dom. It's Valerian's own fucking business. It's nothing to do with the rest of
That's,
this.
You know what?
Well, I would like to know.
I didn't think it was that big of a deal for you to know. It's really not that.
Well, I
much.
like being included.
All right, I'm sorry. I completely apologize for not including you into this circle of information that was completely useless.
Apology accepted, I suppose. But, so what's your blood bags have gone bad, or?
So I have gotten several mysterious text messages of an unknown number that they don't like merchandise that has been tampered with, which means that my blood bags have gone to a lab, which is not the case. I get my shit straight from the source. Yeah, I get it right in my blood bank. It is mine. It does not go to a blood bank or any type of laboratory whatsoever. I give it to
Clearly,
a law.
one of your guys is skimming off the top.
Well, we don't know that for sure. I mean, that could absolutely be a very viable case. However, there
Find out who
could
delivered
also-
it and kill him.
Oh, hey, we don't have to kill people that quick, okay?
You know, if it's one of your vampire boys, I'll do the deal.
No, thank you. Actually, stay out of this. Thank you.
That's all I was asking for. Goes into one of the train cars and like puts their feet up.
So, one of you two, looks at the clock, 10 minutes, am getting a blood bag delivered to me in some kind of bin on the edge of Camden. So please, if one of you would like to accompany me to at least make sure that I come back safe.
I could do that.
You hear from the train.
I would love to. The only thing I'll ask for in return is if you got something to like clean my flip flop with. I think I stepped in something.
Of course I do. I wave over to Marcus. And when he comes closer, I go, please, a towel or maybe even new shoes. Get her new shoes.
What? Okay, I'll leave it with me. Sort of comes back with a towel and two pairs of shoes. One is a pair of combats, and the other is, for lack of better words, Marcus is improvising. They're Crocs. They're not sandals, but they're Crocs.
Oh God!
And God presents them to Leto.
So, on a level of kicking ass or asking names, which side are we on?
Asking names.
I'll take the Crocs.
Terribly good choice.
Yeah,
Thanks, it was all Marcus.
At that point, Marcus starts picking up his pace. As he's trying to leave the room. Like he knows there's a boundary that's just been crossed, and there's going to be a conversation later.
True. You went into my Crocs collection. How could you? Yes. So I then go to my train car. I get my gun. I get that. I get my cane, which I carry even though I don't need it because I'm a pretentious douchebag.
Wanker!
I take my phone and then I come back to this circular room. I look at Dom. I look at name slipped.
Leto.
No,
Morgan.
not Leto.
Morgan? Marcus?
Morgan. Yes, Morgan. I look at Morgan. I look at Dom. I go, well, I think that we've...
Oh, you can go and sort your Bloodbag business out. I'm going to go and deal with the Ravagers because that's what I'm here to do.
What I'm saying is, get the fuck out.
But you called me in here for this like 2-second meeting and then tell me to get out?
Excuse me. First of all, it was 10 minutes. Second of all, I am including you in this group. I could have not called you at all.
You could have just sent an email.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Listen. Dom, this is your big chance. You know, they're asking you to do go out there with them to pick up some blood bags and deal with their business. They are including you in their business that you're getting paid zero amount of the money for. So, this is a really big chance for you to do fuck all with your life. Or unlife.
Lito is going.
I have 2 hands.
Wait, what do you guys want me to do?
If you would like to come along, please.
Otherwise this whole meeting has been for nothing, and I left the bar for nothing, so I might as well come with.
Or you could come with me and get some wheel work done. Actually, you know what? It's okay, Dom. I don't need you.
Damn. I just look at Dom. I hold out a hand, not to shake, just to signal come along.
Do you not want to go out with the collar? I think that I'm not sure if they're trained to walk without a collar yet.
Oh, fuck you, Morgan. This goes to wait for Valerian and Lita to lead the way.
All right.
We'll go
And
behind.
I look at Morgan and I go,
I'm on my way
Yeah.
out. I'm on my way out.
good. Marcus, please close off if I'm gone too long.
Okay. Wolf politely nods.
I close the door behind me, and we are off to a shady
Investigate.
bin.
I put an arm around Marcus and go, why do you do it? How much are you getting paid? Or is it just the protect? Is Marcus human, or is this another kindred?
I'm thinking Marcus is another kindred.
Okay. Because they're not offering you immortality. You're already a vampire. So what's the point of serving that twat? I don't understand.
I just happen to enjoy Valerian's company. And it's not
Oh,
like
it's
I'm...
that kind of relationship. Okay,
No,
I
no,
understand.
what?
Pest
No,
arms off.
no,
All right,
no.
okay.
No, I did not. I did
You're seeing it, Marcus.
No. You have taken this horribly out of context.
And then it's finger guns as they leave.
Ladies and
This
gentlemen,
is
he
slander.
enjoys my company. Let's go! Finally, someone who does.
Okay. So
That's why you'll never be part of the coterie, Marcus.
This coterie only exists of people who hate me, and that's how you get in here. Let's go.
only people who can't get along with everyone else in the coterie is allowed in this coterie.
Exactly.
I think just before we split ways, once we get up on street level, Lita's just get to lean backwards and be like, "Hey, Morgan, we're going dumpster diving. Do you want anything?"
Okay, thank you.
Not even a little thing?
I'm
A
good.
little trinket?
You know, I tend to, buy things from secondhand stores rather than take it for nothing. It doesn't. Yeah. But if you see anything nice, you might want to drop it off at the charity shops. Do it for me,
Okay.
I think under my breath I go, "Oh, no dumpster diving today. That's crazy."
Okay. So we're gonna do a splits. We are breaking TTRPG rule number 1. And we are splitting the party.
That's what I'm here for, baby. Let's go.
If you want to do their stuff first,
Yeah.
because That's more of them, and then I can tell you eventually what the fuck I'm up to.
Well, you have a think about what it is you want to do. And,
Oh, no, I've got it. I've got it.
You
I've
got it.
got
You got
plans.
it. Fantastic. Fantastic. I cannot wait to see how this is going to blow up in my face. So, it's not too long of a walk from the station to the silver recycling bins that the text message mentioned. This is just an ordinary end of the street recycling bin. Just part of some weird initiative to get people to recycle. Let's put recycling bins next to the normal bins, and maybe people will throw their beer bottles in there instead of at the floor or any other place where bottles shouldn't be. And as promised, there are, sitting at the top of this bin, it's a full bin, nearly. So it's not difficult to get out, but there are 2 used blood bags just resting on top of the rubbish.
I have the stick open. I grab one of them. Bust it open.
They're your blood bags.
Oh fuck!
They look like yours.
Like they have my label on them, probably.
They have, yeah.
Like
they
I
have
label
your,
them, of course.
yeah. They have your symbol on them. In fact, Valerian, give me a intelligence plus streetwise.
Oh.
DC 3. These are your bags.
Streetwise. Intelligence. Alright. Difficulty 3. Oh god. Can I spend a
You
willpower
can spill
to,
willpower to, reroll.
choosing
Reroll 3.
willpower reroll. I'll only reroll 2.
Oh yes, because you've got 2 hunger dice. Oh no.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh no. Wow.
Oh,
Okay. That
okay.
no. That's
No,
okay.
that's
So just 1 success.
okay. Looking at the label, these are definitely your blood bags. They've got the serial numbers look correct. The stickering isn't fake from what you can see. For all intents and purposes, these are your blood bags, and you can definitely tell even from like smelling the leftover bits of blood inside. This is refined blood.
Yeah. It's literally like a fucking wine tasting up in here. I'm like smelling it. I'm like holding up to the light, and then I'm tasting it, and then I go, yeah, that's definitely fucking gross.
So there's another bag in there as well. 2 bags. If any of the other 2 want to have a crack.
I think Dominic sees that reaction. Valerian has like, no, I'm good.
Whereas Lito's absolutely the opposite, and her interest is now piqued.
Well, Leto can do you can either do intelligence plus investigation, or you can also try intelligence plus streetwise. The DC is 4 though, because you're not as familiar with these bags.
Double check numbers. That's a success.
6 or higher.
That is 6 successes.
Whoa.
Okay, so you helped Valerian with this business before, and these bags are. Did you use investigation?
Yeah.
Awesome. These are fake. These are so good though that the only reason you figured out they were fakes is that Valerian is very OCD about the serial numbers. At the front of the serial number is normally the date that it was extracted, but abbreviated. So MON is Monday, TUE is Tuesday, and then a series of numbers. Whoever had replicated these bags hadn't picked up on that fact, and these two bags start with random lettered serial numbers. So while to the naked eye these are Valerian blood bags, these are actually very good knockoffs.
Okay. In which case, Lito's gonna be like, Valerian,
Yes.
which day is Axolotl Day?
Axolotl Day.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Axolotl.
Give me that.
XTL, see?
That. All right. So these aren't mine.
Or are they?
And someone's put a different label on them.
Or hat?
Why would they do that?
So, Valerian, you know your distribution network. You know that you and a couple of trusted lieutenants take the blood bank. You're the ones that extract it. It then gets bagged and then it gets distributed. So, using your street smarts, you probably know it's best to start looking at the source and work your way outwards.
Oh shit. People have been breaking into my blood bag. I hope not. All right. So I look to my two companions and I go, how about we take a trip to the blood bank? Let's see if there is anything missing from my supply.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're
Lito's
gonna.
Lito's just gonna like lean into Dom and be like, "Hey, this is a good thing. Drinks on Valerian."
Okay. I suppose. Just leaving it at that. Like, I feel like a lot of times the things that Leto says like just confuses Dom, and they're just sort of like standing there like, how am I supposed to reply to this?
Love.
There should be a response for this, but there isn't. So the camera pulls away from the group as they start making their way towards the blood bank. And we end up hailing Morgan.
Okay, so the CCTV is suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
I would suspect if this was an operation and not just an individual, which the CCTV suggests that this was more than just one person,
Yep.
that they would be using a hacker of some sort. So the usual bet is an Nosferatu somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to use my knowledge of the Anarch factions to try and figure out who would likely be the person that they go and see for that kind of business?
Yeah.
Like, is there a Nosferatu in the local area that I know is not aligned with us and is working with Ravagers, or is just like in generally non-aligned in the area? And I can roll for it.
Yeah, so I forgot what will make you roll for that.
I'd like to argue politics, but I think the answer is streetwise, which I did put a point in and then took a point out of.
It.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So.
I'll tell you what. No, because you have anarchs as a specialism of politics. So actually, I would argue that intelligence plus politics with the anarch specialty would suffice. It is going to be difficulty 5. You are trying to pull information from thin air here.
What was that, 5?
5, yeah. You are pulling information out of thin air here.
I might blood surge then. Yeah, because I'm trying to show off. So I'm gonna blood surge, which means I take a Riley's check.
Yep, go for it.
Which I fail.
So,
so I take a hunger.
take a hunger.
But I do get to add 2 dice.
You do get to add 2 dice, yes. You are rolling a lot of dice here, but you're also getting the beast is starting to claw at the edges of your mind.
That's okay. I'll just have to find someone to feed on. I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Stop.
Fuck's sake. Oh, where's my willpower at? Dear me. That's 2 successes. That's not great, but that's a lot of failures.
You would need to pass if you do a willpower roll, you would have to pass every single 3 dice. I'll tell you what.
I'd only have to pass on 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've got 4 dice to roll. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
How'd you like them odds?
They're not great.
How desperate does Morgan want to show off?
I guess no. I've already taken a hunger on this. Let's not waste other resources.
No,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
oh
what,
god.
Tell you what.
Okay.
I'm
If I
benevolent.
don't, yeah.
I'm benevolent. I'll let you succeed. I'll give you the successes that you need to succeed at this. But I want you to take a stain.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that stain.
You know, as you go around and essentially, rather than asking for this information, you kind of become supernaturally aggressive.
Do I go up to a group of
like
Ravagers that are hanging around and just like push one against a wall and go?
Oh no, not Ravagers, because that would cause problems for you. You're doing this against the kindred that you swore to protect here.
Okay.
And that is going against one of the Chronicle tenets of having to protect those helpers that are being liberated or oppressed. These are technically...
Are vampires really oppressed? I don't know if that's true. I think, sure, it's a tenant chronicle that kind of fits, but personally, fuck them.
So this is there are consequences. Valerian will definitely hear about this, but you put enough pressure on these people that they do reveal that there are known hackers that are freelance. They don't exist here in Camden or in Ravaged territory. They have a very small base on the other side of the River Thames over in Lambeth. They are notorious difficult to get hold of. Generally speaking, the best way to get hold of them is to go to Lambeth and find one of their graffiti tags and simply just mark it with your phone number, and they will get in touch. But aside from that, they don't give you an awful lot to go on.
That's going to seem like a really long... That's going to take ages.
That is a long trip.
Fuck that. I'm just going to go into Ravagers then. I'm just going to go into Ravagers territory and, like, talk to them.
Okay. You cross the border from Camden into into the Ravager's territory. And to start with, because you're gonna go from the Islington side. You're going from Camden to Islington, and for about the first 5 minutes, nothing is kind of happening. You're just casually walking around. About 5 minutes in, though, you start to notice people following you at a distance. You take a left turn, they take a left turn. Does Morgan do the classic trick of doing a right, a right, a right, and a right to see if...
No,
No?
that's what they wanted.
Okay.
So, like, they notice they're following, they kick a few turns, and then stop and turn around and look at them.
Okay. Are you doing this out on the street, or are you trying to pull away?
No, do it in the open.
Okay. So this is about now 11 p.m. Islington's a lot more, especially this part of Islington, is much more residential. So there isn't as much foot traffic. You see these two females sort of stop maybe 10, 15 meters in front of you. They're wearing almost typical biker attire, trying to blend in almost as kind of like a ne'er-do-well group of people, try and intimidate humans, stay away from them. They don't say anything though. They just kind of stand there and stare at you.
I turn around, I do the Vulcan peace sign, and then say, "Take me to your leader."
And
Oh my fucking god.
Everyone thought we had to be worried about Dominic, but this is
This is so chaotic and I love
Okay.
it. This is amazing.
It's politics.
okay.
This is just having a conversation. I don't know what's chaotic about this.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I just want to confirm. I want this in writing so that I can definitely confirm this. You are asking me, you want to be taken to the leader of the Ravagers.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like, very clearly, to have a conversation about the Ravagers interceding in our territory. Because if they just come in and can get away with it without anyone challenging them, they're going to keep going. So, as everyone else is off dealing with bloodbags that don't matter, I'm getting the work done.
Okay. They agree. And at that point, a black van turns around the corner. The door opens, side door opens, and they both motion for you to get inside.
Thank you very much. Get in.
Okay, so as the van pulls off away, we are going to jump once more. The camera pans back out, and we end up. Is this the right one? We end up outside the blood bank that Valerian has set up, with no knowledge whatsoever of what has just transpired on the other side of the border.
Just a willing kidnapping, basically.
Yeah.
Just being like, yes, take me. Let's go. Oh god. Okay.
So,
Blood bags.
blood bag time. The way the route was supposed to go.
Oh.
Now, you obviously have all the keys, so you don't have to break in. How often does Valerian come here at night?
How often do I
Yeah.
get here? Not often.
Not often, no.
Not at night,
Like-
at least.
Like blood. There's a certain level of eeriness to a blood bank at night.
True.
There's obviously for people who don't like needles, they are around, and I don't think it's a massive blood bank.
No,
Like
it's
the
very
front,
tiny.
the front is plastered and all of those give blood, like all those lovely posters that kind of encourage people in, and there's a couple of booths that have been impromptu set up for people to give blood, and then you've got the back area, which is where it's all refrigerated, bagged, kept, signed off. The fridges are designed to keep blood for about a night and a half before you've got to start thinking of either consuming it or, moving it to somewhere colder. This place isn't designed for long-term storage, so you very much do have to kind of bag it and sell it pretty quickly. Which, go on.
That's why that most of the blood bags that I deliver are on subscriptions. So people pay me monthly to
Receive
get
blood
their blood
bags.
bags every day, So
Blood flicks.
yeah.
A
Yes,
blood bag in a movie.
blood bag nitro.
Go back and chill.
Blood bag and chill. God.
But this is what kind of in the back of your mind makes this really bizarre, because given how little time it takes for blood to go bad, for someone to pull off this kind of operation, this has got to be premeditated. If this is coming from your blood bank, they have had to do this very quickly with a very tight turnaround.
And then also like printed a new label, like.
Yes, this isn't a one-man band operation if someone is trying to turf in on this. But you are free to walk around your own blood bank.
Lovely. I wanna say that even though he doesn't come here often, he comes here, let's say, semi-often.
Yeah.
Because he is absolutely a phlebotomist, loves doing the work that he has done in his living life. Absolutely. So he doesn't come here every day, not that, absolutely not, but he comes here like
Enough.
at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
To actually do his own work. So he knows his way around. And so the first thing he does is check the fridges for what the stock is like, Am I missing any blood bags? ?
I think because it's your blood bank, you don't need to roll for it. You're not missing any blood bags, and the dates do appear to be genuine, and so do the serial numbers.
Okay, so these are still my blood bags.
These are still your blood bags.
Okay.
Nothing has changed here. You do have your order book, which does keep a track of all of your deliveries going out and all your subscribers.
Yes, and also, like, I would also, as an employer, be asking the people who are actually delivering these blood bags to write down when they have delivered these blood bags.
Yeah.
Like, keep a very
Delivery
tight schedule
notes,
on things.
Yep.
So I will definitely.
I'm going to go through that. That's going to take a bit more of a conceited effort because there's a lot of stuff to go through here.
Yes.
Let us go for a... Let's do intelligence plus finance.
Let's go.
I'm
Very good at that.
thinking, yeah, finance, DC 3, or difficulty 3.
All right. Intelligence. Fine.
We're not playing D&D anymore, it's not DC, it's difficulty.
Difficulty 3. Submit that shit. God, these are so bad. I would like to do another willpower.
Do the
Roll, please.
willpower.
I can reroll 3. Do it. Okay. Those
Yeah,
are 3 successes.
Three successes. Well done.
I can do things. I swear.
So, as you go through the book, you begin to notice that you have a very fluctuant subscriber base. There are a certain group of people who only subscribe maybe once, like a 1 month time, stop for a few months, and suddenly resubscribe. But when they do subscribe, they ask for significantly more blood bags than a normal kindred would ask. And their location for the deliveries changes every time. You've got, so the different boroughs that are being asked. You've got, there was 1 month it was Westminster, then it was Hammersmith, then Wandsworth, and it just keeps moving. But they may have made a mistake, because for the past 3 months, well, the 3 times that they've subscribed, they have not bothered to change the address. And they all go back to a warehouse. And that warehouse is located in good old Clapton. And I mean, from your point of view, this wouldn't have been too suspicious. You do occasionally get bulkier orders, and you can't be too picky on clientele, but the Ravagers aren't known for being baggers. They will willingly feed on humans and not give two flying shits about who sees it. So, upon reflection now, bit suspicious.
And so the two of you, Leto and Dom, you've been seeing me like leaf through this big book, and then I just stop. I straighten up my suit and I go, sloppy. I think we have our perpetrators. The Clapton Ravagers have been sloppy enough to not change their address to where this blood should be delivered. You know, they've been changing it every couple deliveries, but now it's the last couple of times they've delivered it to their home address, so that's fun. It's also a significantly more amount of blood than.
There's also one other thing.
Oh.
The deliveries are always done by the same person.
Oh God.
The name is just Channing, which is one of your newer delivery vessels. In fact, he started around the time the big orders started.
No, I'm the sloppy one. I haven't done a good background check on this guy, so we're looking for a person named Channing, a Ravager, and the address to the warehouse is here.
Yep, you got the address.
So do we just go there or what?
Well, you know, the Ravagers are kind of, let's say, combative. Would be safe to just go and knock on the door and say, "You've been stealing my blood bags." You know.
I mean, who would possibly do that?
Who would possibly, in their right mind, do that?
Considers the appropriate course of action.
So, I feel like we need a better reason to come around. Because, okay, they're trying to fuck with my blood business. Why? Why are they doing this? Just to give me a bad image and make people not trust in our cause anymore?
Well, I mean, if they're gaining territory on us, then it would make sense that they're trying to make you seem bad so they can easily get more territory? Where's that?
That was a very smart thing to say, actually. Thank you, Dom.
Thanks. He doesn't hear that often. Just lights up like, oh.
So, two things. One, I was right. It was one of your delivery boys.
Yes, Lito, you were right.
Two, how do you organize these? Like, are they by resonance or just date?
By everything, I do dates, residents. Well, okay. So we organize the dates, yes, from the most recent deliveries being last, yes.
And you write on them the resonance and stuff?
Yes, yes. Thank you for questioning my ability of organizing my own business, but thank you very much.
I just like organizing things, and hey, I don't get to come in here very often. I don't drink this stuff.
You're right. Yes,
What
we
was
do
the
date
location?
This warehouse. I show the
Yeah.
address.
Okay. And what's the next step?
I would say arm ourselves to the teeth and then go knocking.
Like actual weapons?
Not necessarily. Arm ourselves with our abilities.
Arm yourself
Things-
with your teeth.
Yes. Very funny, Lito.
Thanks.
Right.
And then while she's while she's saying this, she's texting Morgan the address.
Ah. Get a text back. Would you believe it? I'm there. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just like,
Driving it
Cool.
said address.
Location.
no, zero context. It's just an address.
Just the address.
Love that.
So
Yeah, just send the location back.
so you are, I'm assuming, leaving the blood bag now.
Yes.
Yes, okay,
I
awesome.
make sure to lock up properly.
As you lock up, I need, there's two things. So, first of all, I need Dominic to once again give me a wits and awareness. Difficulty 4.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh god. Wits and awareness. One sec.
No, wits.
Wits.
Yeah, wits. Yeah.
Yeah, wits and awareness.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, oh, you
Okay.
succeeded,
good.
but it's a messy
Messy
critical.
That's true.
Um,
Uh-oh.
Which where
I don't
is
even
the?
know what I'm looking for.
Don't worry, I am going through. I remember. I know what the bestial failure is, but I forget what the messy critical is. One moment. Messy critical. You gain one or more stains.
It's super similar to how you dealt with my
Yes.
failure.
Yeah. Okay, so you are going to take one stain. So just mark your humanity with one of the lines at the end. Does that make sense?
On the
Um,
character
Wait,
sheet, you
one
should see a little
Yeah.
settings button, like a gear next to next to humanity. If you click on
Yeah.
that and then put
Oh,
one in,
stains.
Yep.
And then one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh, I see. Okay.
your superhuman senses kind of kick into overdrive, and it becomes obvious for a moment that you are not human. But those senses do allow you to see a woman standing across the street. Fun fact, you've seen that woman before. Now you think about it, you saw her at the bar earlier. You saw her down the street 3 days ago, and in the corner of your mind, you're pretty sure you saw her at one of your performances before you got turned.
Oh shit.
Before you even get a chance to lock
Okay.
on or acknowledge this person, they turn around and run. Now that they've clocked on that you've noticed them, they don't even attempt to disguise it. So they don't even have to hide what they're doing. They break out into a sprint.
I will say to the others really quick. I think someone's stalking me, and then bolt go after.
Before you get a chance to bolt, the
I
second
grab you
thing
by the- no.
unfolds.
I
You, Valerian doesn't grab Dominic by the cusp of their collar. Someone else does.
Uh-oh.
And who was that?
Standing in front of you is a woman.
Okay.
A blonde-haired, obviously kindred. Her skin looks a bit too pale to be a human. Valerian, you know this woman, and if she's in the middle of Camden, this is not good news. Standing in front of you is Quinn Kalen, the leader, Baron, some would say, of the Kindred Order.
Uh-oh.
Another one of the Anarch groups here in London. They are firm believers that the Camellia has the right idea, just the wrong way of going about it. Why do you have princes that is based on age? Why not be a meritocracy? If you're good at something, you should be promoted. They despise masquerade breaches. And Dominic just did one right in front of her.
Just to clarify,
Yep.
it's either or.
Is it
I
either
think.
or, is it?
So I think you can take a stain off if you want to break. If it's the
okay.
masquerade breach you're going for, I don't think you can. I don't think you do both. I think
Okay,
you do.
that's fine. We'll
you
remove the
choose
stain
one of
then.
the- Yeah.
Yes.
How do I just put it back to zero?
Just put it to zero.
Play back
That's
to
fine.
zero.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go quickly because I've got rapid reflexes and fleetness. Can I? Because I really wanted to
You.
shoot after this person.
Sure, no.
Is the other person faster? Because I I don't know how because I don't have the.
I can't tell you if they're faster. You have to tell me if you want to try.
Be faster. You
Yeah.
want to be faster?
I think I'm more worried about that this person probably saw me go into the blood bank at night, and what that might mean for. Because in the back of my mind, I hear my agent don't make headlines. I don't know if this person that's grabbing me by the colors will be fast, because I forgot. I also see I don't have fleetness. I don't have anything filled in, so I don't know what it does. Other than I'm fast.
Give me a second. I will tell you what fleetness is.
And I've got, or it would be rapid reflexes. Either one of them, maybe.
Their master starting to move with dizzying speed. Add this. So, fleetness would allow you to add the celerity rating to the user's dice pool for non-combat dexterity checks. So you would be able to add 2 dice to an attempt to outmaneuver this woman and chase after the other woman.
Yeah, I would
you
like
will
to
need to rouse to do that.
What is it? Oh, roll another.
Yeah, roll another rouse check.
Oh God.
Wait, but what happens in the field?
If you fail, you gain 1 more hunger, but you still succeed at doing fleetness. You don't fail fleetness. That's a given. It's just whether you take 1 more hunger.
Oh shit. Good question. If I fail hunger, then
that would take you to 3 hunger.
I don't know what any of that. I don't know what happens when the bar runs low.
You would go into a hunger frenzy if you were pushed beyond 5.
But can I also undo the hunger just by saying I'm gonna feed on a person?
Yeah, we can do that next session. Let's
Okay,
we'll,
I'll do the route check. I'll do the route check. Yeah, I'll do the route check, and I'll try.
Go for it. Go for it. Also, while you roll that, hello raid. I can't believe I'm being
hello,
raided by
raid.
19 people.
Hi, raiders.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, Vancouver by night.
Okay, so you're now at 3 hunger.
You are quite hungry
Yeah.
now.
You are hungry, yeah. You become hangy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Give me
And then
a. Oh, you are. Oh, you are not good at this, are you? Give me a dexterity plus athletic. But you have no athletics, so it's going to be. But you get to add the 4.
he's got no great self.
So it's 4 dice.
Wait, what? Plus 2, right? Because of my
Yes, because
celerity?
you add your celerity points on. The plus 2. It's difficulty 3.
I can always blood surge to get extra die.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I don't know what that is. I don't think I should.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, hang on. How does this work? Did I add
Okay.
2?
Yeah, add 2.
Yeah, but I did. It rolled 1 dice, but I added 2 on the thing.
No, I rolled 4.
But it should roll hunger dice too, right?
Yes,
Yes,
the
it
red,
has.
the red hunger dice.
Yeah.
Then why did it only roll 1?
So it rolled
normal
1.
die?
No more die.
Yeah, so you rolled 1 normal and 3 hunger.
But the celerity points, where did they go?
Oh,
They
did you
added
add
the-
2 additional dice?
Yes.
I don't know. I thought I did, but I
You
don't know
did.
if it. I
Yeah,
don't
you
see
did.
them.
That's right. So basically what that means is so you have 2 dexterity. You added 2 for celerity, so that's 4 dice. Because you've got 3 hunger, you have to replace 3 of those dice with hunger dice. So you roll 1 normal dice and 3
Oh.
hunger dice.
Oh, I thought I'd get 2 extra.
No.
No.
The
So-
hunger
What?
always,
Yeah.
the hunger die always
But
take
then,
over.
then again, also, I'm running against a human, so
The good
like,
news is you do not. The hunger dice do not screw you over. You can just accept the failure, or you could spend a willpower to roll that 1 dice that is not a hunger dice and hope that becomes a success.
and what the willpower? What does that cost me?
1 willpower.
You've got
You
a
have-
willpower
But like, does
that's
that
hard.
do any? If I fail, like, does the willpower? If I spend all 3 willpower at one point, do I like?
If you spend all your willpower, you'll become basically fatigued, essentially, and you'll start taking dice penalties.
I'll just roll 1 willpower. So
Yeah, 1 willpower
to reset at some point.
Yes, we'll recover them. Don't you worry.
I'll do 1. Difficulty was 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You
That's a success.
just cross over the line.
Yay.
You are quick enough that when this kindred woman reaches out to you, despite the fact that you are as we've said numerous times, a himbo, you manage to pull your body back just to avoid the grip and bolt down this street.
After the woman.
You
God.
see that the woman, Verlito and Valerian, who are watching this unfold, you see that this woman is also getting ready to supernaturally bolt after Dominic.
Oh god. Oh god.
Would you like to try and do anything?
No. I think it's a good thing that she's bolting after him. That's fine. So I'm just like I think I'm just like Madam Baron.
Yeah, sort of being polite, but after the 1 moment of politeness, all hell breaks loose, and it's wacky races as
I think
these
also
two.
Dominic, I think also Dominic doesn't know who this is. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
I need you.
We understand. We understand. Oh god.
you
Problem
forgot to tell
child
him.
now.
This is gonna be a good conversation that we're gonna have.
I need Dominic to give me wit plus.
Oh dear.
Ooh. Wits plus awareness
Again.
at
Okay.
DC 3. So you've chased after this woman, but unfortunately she's got a head start. So are you smart enough?
But also, like, she's human, right? And I'm like,
She is. You are faster.
Is there no?
But this is a city. There are many
Okay.
places you could try and lose someone if you're not
True.
enough.
Oh no!
Oh god. Oh god.
So
Using a willpower isn't a bad bet here. I think you've got
Yes.
2 die to get 1 success.
Please. So that it's
Wait, what?
please willpower reroll so that it's not a
Can it-
fail.
Another willpower?
yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
you
You can get them back. This is
Yeah.
the end of the session.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
You probably
Okay.
you probably don't want to have a bestial failure if you can avoid it, especially after a messy critical.
Yeah, I'll reroll.
Even though it is really
Please
funny.
don't
Yes,
do
Yeah.
that.
it is really funny.
Come on.
You
Oh,
can
no.
reroll 2 of them. You can reroll 2 of them.
Yeah, you
2
can
of
be
them.
roll
Do,
two.
do another one. Do another
another
one. Just
one.
do it.
It's fine.
Let's see. Come on. You can do this. We believe in you. Come on.
Wait, I get the new one in the next session?
So willpower rerolls. If you spend 1 willpower
can-
point, you can reroll 3 dice. However, they can only be normal dice, and seeing as you have only 2
Oh, wait, I
normal
can
dice,
reroll 3 dice. It's
You
I
can-
said 1 every time.
no, you can reroll. Yeah, you can
roll
reroll
2,
3,
Yeah, but,
but
you can only
they
reroll
have
2.
to be normal dice because you only have 2 normal dice. You can reroll 2
Yeah.
of those normal dice. You can reroll the normal.
Oh, wait, so I only rolled 1, so I
Yeah,
can roll
so
1
roll
more?
a, yeah,
Yes,
just
one
to be
more.
fair, roll a
That's
flat
not one.
d10.
Okay, sorry.
This has to be a success.
Yeah, I'll reroll 1 because I don't
Okay.
get 1 just now. Hang on.
That's fine.
I didn't-
Hey, there we go. We avoid a bestial failure.
Thank fuck.
I'm sorry,
You-
I'm trying to figure this out.
It's fine. It's fine. We love to see it. You are able to, by the skin of your teeth, just keep on the heels of this woman to start with. She takes a left, takes a right, goes down an alleyway, turns past a bunch of dumpsters. She is trying really hard to lose you. Unfortunately, you are faster. supernaturally fast, which is causing this woman to panic even more. A guy who is as big built as you should not be moving at these kind of speeds.
Neither should she.
You obviously catch up, but the reason you get to her is she reaches a dead end. She is a sort of brunette-haired woman. Now that you can see her in more detail, early 20s. Just when you think you've got her, you feel again the back of your collar being pulled as Quinn also manages to keep up, leaving both Valerian and Leto outside the entrance to the blood bank, unless they want to try and run after them.
No, I think they'll come back here on their own.
Yeah, you.
I think they can make their way back.
Lito's just gonna be looking at Valerian like, so the next part of the plan.
It's really funny that you asked that. See, I thought we were just gonna, take a van and just go over there, and we would just, we would really talk to them and have an honest conversation about what the hell is happening here, No.
So, Dominic.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Poor Dominic.
Dominic.
You see Quinn snarl at you. She takes a step forward towards this now scared woman, kind of holds her arms out and is like, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just forget we were here. And gone.
Yeah.
She pushes you into the corner to hide you, because clearly you're an obsession here. And very carefully directs this young woman out of the dead end and away with no knowledge of what has just happened.
Yeah.
Once
I feel like
she is safely away, this woman turns around back to you with that same snarl. What in the hell do you think you're doing?
I was gonna do the exact same thing you just did. I was taking care of it. Who the fuck are you?
Oh. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, please. Oh.
My name is Quinn. Quinn Kalen. I don't know. Leader. Baron. Some would say
Doesn't ring
Prince.
a bell.
No.
Maybe
You must be new around here.
I've lived in London my entire life, but like
let's just get you back to where you belong. And
okay.
you sort of, full on escorts you. There is that you are not allowed to leave within an inch of her, as she practically almost collar jams you back.
Yeah, he starts to realize that he fucked up.
I told you should have taken the lead.
God.
I feel like when they get back to like Valerian, I feel like Dominic just sort of looks in his direction with like sort of a very apologetic look, because this is not the first time that they did something like that.
Yeah, and you just full on see Valerian just absolute facepalm, like.
I assume that this charge is yours.
I am forever sorry Prince, I will take care of this one. And I take Dominic, and I take him right next to me, like right here, and the grip on your shoulders is deadly.
Yeah, they know they're in trouble.
And I just go, I will deal with this one as soon as we get back home.
It's fine. It's fine. Look, we all have our moments. I am not a tyrannical person. I must admit, like, when you called them Prince rather than Baron, you could see that they softened. They like that, as opposed to, you know, being called what they actually are. I actually came over here to discuss a problem we've been having. Because I suspect that someone is trying to get me to kill you by making it look like you're fucking with my business.
What did we do?
Well, the Order needs money, and so we dabble in a bit of human narcotics. And a lot of our narcotics just got destroyed. And all of the evidence seems to point to a certain person wearing a white suit.
He's actually laughing. And he just goes, wow, that is hilarious. I would never tamper with your business. You know, from business person to business person, we do not meddle with each other, of course. I have my thing, you have yours. We leave that for what it is. I hope that my integrity and my stature as a business person in this domain shows that I have no ill will towards you.
If you were anything other than a fellow Ventru, then I'd have ripped your throat out by now. But hey ho, I suppose we'll just have to learn to get along again. So, as I was saying, someone has been trying to place the blame on you. I just don't know whom.
I have an idea.
Pray tell.
Who it might be. See, my business has been tampered with. My blood bags have been tampered with. They have been made look as though they are from a lab. The vitae extracted from it and discarded in this points here in these types of bins. These are not my blood bags, and they never have been. However, the Clapton Ravagers have been getting awfully close, and also have been having my blood bags transported to their domain.
Well, I should have suspected that one day the Ravagers would try and make some kind of move. And I suppose it makes sense to try and turn us all against each other. Okay. I will let you take the lead on this. I have no intention of starting a war. It's far easier if a neutral party was to deal with this. Plus, if you fail and reveal yourselves, well, the Inquisition can just have you, and just you, and I'll be sitting comfortably in my ballroom
Yeah, I mean, if the Inquisition caught us, we definitely wouldn't mention you at all.
There is
I
this,
look at Leto.
there is
The
this
point look
laser-like glare over at
from
Leto.
2 directions.
Just a twisted smile. Well, I would bloody well hope so.
And then I quickly, of course, change the subject and I go, thank goodness there is someone, at least one person, with a singular brain cell in this community.
I was going to say, and I hate to say it, but it seems the quality of your help, Valerian, is, well, losing its quality.
Yes, sadly it has.
Oh well.
Dominic doesn't say anything, but they're definitely offended.
It is fine. Besides, I shall leave you. Do keep me informed. Actually, keep me informed. I'll know. And sort of see that they turn on their heels and just begin walking further down the street, where now that you're looking down there, you can see that there is a very well-to-do car, probably like a Mercedes or something, just there waiting for her. Leaving you three on your own, standing outside the blood bank. The camera's gonna pull away from you, though. We don't have time for that.
Oh,
We have time. Go on.
Can I just say
on.
one last thing?
Go on. You can have the final word of the scene.
Okay. Leto's gonna have been grinning manically the entire time after that statement, and then when Quinn walks away, she's just gonna turn to Valerian and be like, "Do you often give away free information to Quinn?"
no comment.
Now with that, the camera pulls away. To the district next door. Where a black van with tinted windows, because ignore what just happened. This is about to shit's getting worse.
God.
I'm sorry, you can't assume that.
I most certainly can, actually.
So-
I think I can.
This black van pulls up into a warehouse compound. One of those old style London Victorian warehouses have the ginormous metal doors at the front. Once upon a time, probably used for shipbuilding. The big doors open, the van goes in, the doors close, and you are greeted with a grin. The door opens, and these 3 or 4 kindred, all dressed in very similar biker attire, are just grinning at the sheer insanity that someone would not only ask to see them, but would then willingly go through with it through their front door. They pull you out of this van. They don't let you get out, they pull you out. And sort of carry you across to an impromptu built throne, built out of discarded cars and various other bits of junk. Stands this pissed off male who, looking at mortal age, looks no older than like 19. Although definitely older. So, they bellow out.
Hello.
Humour me this. What does a little shitbag think they can do or achieve by willingly walking into my territory, willingly finding my fellow kindred, and then demanding to speak to me as if I owe you an audience?
We can have a conversation. Which is something that your lot has failed to do with our lot.
At that moment, you begin to notice in the dark corners of this warehouse, you can start to make out figures of more and more kindred. They start to form a circle, a loose circle at first, but begins to tighten. Funny, I don't put much stock in conversation, and that is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
God.
Danger.
Uh-oh. Spaghettios.
Well, that was not how I anticipated our first episode to go. That is
No,
taken...
really chose chaos. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I love it. I love it though.
I was like, oh yeah, they'll choose chaos, yeah, but it's not too chaotic, right?
That's where you're wrong.
That's
Yeah.
where you're wrong.
But no, I've had a blast. I appreciate it went on a little bit longer. The the scenes took a little bit longer to get through, but we got there. I will let everyone take a moment to decompress while I introduce myself. Well, whatever. You get what I mean. It's late. It's late. I introduce myself. I introduce myself. You don't know who I am anymore.
Outroduce.
I'll outproduce, yes.
There you go.
I'll outproduce myself. I have been Hedgehawk, your storyteller for this evening. You can find me on the internet at Hedgehawk UK on Twitter, if Twitter's still a thing, because I can't access it. If not, do check the links here on Twitch. We do have a Discord. If Twitter does end up canning it, that is the only community that I have left. So you definitely want to be in there at the moment. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed tonight. Next Saturday is going to be a literal blast. I'm going to dismiss us in reverse order, because I think it's only fair that the person who went first is the person who doesn't have to go, last. So that will be Callum. Tell us who you've been and where we can find you.
Hello, I've been Callum, and I will be Callum after this ends. You just won't see me anymore unless you go to my Twitter, which is @VitaCallum. And you can also find my blog at, let me double check, CallumTheVita.blog, where I talk about theatre, because that's what I do when I'm not playing a vampire on the internet. And that was me. Thank you very much.
Inez.
Oh, hi. It is me, your friend Inez. I do this outro everywhere. Don't you ever test me, bitch.
I'm just saying, I can now mimic this perfectly.
Yeah, I do this outro fucking everywhere and I love it. It's me, your friend Inez. I use she, her pronouns, and I had such a blast playing. This was so fun. I love being the somewhat put together person who knows about Vampire Society this time.
Yeah.
Loved it. You can find me everywhere on the internet at SuccubusJeff or XXSuccubusJeff. My face is fucking everywhere, so it's very easy to find me. Let's see. Well, Twitter is like most active for now. TikTok too, and my Twitch. You can click the link in
It's
the little
down there
bio.
in the guest star.
It's down there. And you can click my little thing and you can click follow if you want to be notified whenever I go live, because I am going to start streaming again on my own personal channel. So real soon. But yes, Twitter. I'm gonna see if I can create a fucking what is that Blue Sky account, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, if you can get a
We're
link.
gonna see. We're gonna see if it does anything, if it's a thing. And if not, then you can.
We'll go
find
back
me
to
on
smoke
TikTok, I
signals.
guess. Exactly. Smoke signals is good. I
Pen
love
pals.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
pen pals. Love it. Go back to written messages. Absolutely. True. I think that people on Twitter should do that. They should consider like, if I write this out
Post
handwritten,
cards.
will this still be good? You know, like, like God. Okay. Anyways, that's where you can find me, and I'm very much looking forward to next week. I love you so much. Take care of yourself.
Awesome. Anna.
Hi, I am Anna, though I also go by Riley. Pronouns are they, them. And you can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet at Peculiar Planets. Also, when I'm not streaming, I don't really stream. I don't have my own Twitch. Well, I do have my own Twitch channel. I just don't stream. But occasionally I do appear on other APs, and when I don't do that, I write tabletop content. So if you ever need a writer, hit me up. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Last but not least, Blue.
Hey, I'm Blue. I'm streaming again. Look at me. You can find me under Sanguis Blue on all forms of social media. I'm on everything. I do makeup, cosplay, that kind of stuff, and various streams sometimes of various types of TTRPGs. One of which is helping to run Roll for Good, which is a charity TTRPG event that happens at least twice a year. So the next one should be in October. And lastly, I just want to say thank you for the raid, because awesome, love that.
Yes.
Not just a raid, but a raid by Vancouver by Night. One of
By
the
Night,
people,
yeah.
One of the people that I watched religiously as inspiration to try and learn this. It's like the equivalent, for me anyway, the equivalent of like Brennan Lee Mulligan walking into the room and being like, "Hey!" It's like,
Hey!
Love that.
No, this has been like an amazing first episode. I could not have asked for a better way to return to this. Join us next Saturday, 7 p.m. BST, 8 p.m. if you are on the other side of the European continent. I don't know what's going to happen. I've got to come up with a stinger for next week.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna read Dominic to filth. You know, I'm gonna drag him through the mud. You know, it's so fun.
My notes from
Hey,
fire.
listen,
now.
it's on you for not teaching. It's on you
I
for not
have
teaching
politics in
Dominic how to
Anarch. What else was I meant to do?
Right.
Oh my God.
We'll see you all next week. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Easy bye.
Goodbye. Love you. Bye.